The Bat, the Bramble and the Seagull. A bat, a bramble and a seagull went into partnership and determined to go on a trading voyage together. The bat borrowed a sum of money for his venture, the bramble laid in a stock of clothes of various kinds, and the seagull took a quantity of lead, and so they set out. By and by a great storm came on, and their boat with all the cargo went to the bottom. But the three travellers managed to reach land. Ever since then the seagull flies to and fro over the sea, and every now and then dives below the surface looking for the lead he's lost, while the bat is so afraid of meeting his creditors that he hides away by day and only comes out at night to feed, and the brambles catches hold of the clothes of everyone who passes by, hoping someday to recognise and recover the lost garments. All men are more concerned to recover what they lose than acquire what they lack.
The Dog and the Wolf. A dog was lying in the sun before the farmyard gate, when a wolf pounced upon him and was just going to eat him up. But he begged for his life and said, "You see how thin I am, and what a wretched meal I would make of you now. But if you only wait a few days, my master's going to give a feast. All the rich scraps and pickings will fall to me, and I shall get nice and fat. Then will be the time for you to eat me." The wolf thought this was a very good plan, and went away. Some time afterwards, he came to the farmyard again and found the dog lying out of reach on the stable roof. "Come down," he called, "and be eaten. You remember our agreement." But the dog said coolly, "My friend, if you ever catch me laying down by the gate again, don't you wait for any feast. Once bitten, twice shy." The Wasp and the Snake. A wasp settled on the head of a snake, and not only stung him several times, but clung obstinately to the head of his victim. Maddened with pain, the snake tried every means he could think of to get rid of the creature, but without success. At last he became desperate and crying, "Kill you I will, even at the cost of my own life." He laid his head with the wasp on it under a wheel of a passing wagon, and they both perished together. The Eagle and the Beetle. An eagle was chasing a hare which was running for dear life, and was at her wit's end to know where to turn for help. Presently she espied a beetle and begged it to aid her. So when the eagle came up, the beetle warned her not to touch the hare, which was under its protection. But the eagle never noticed the beetle because it was so small, seized the hare and ate her up. The beetle never forgot this and used to keep an eye on the eagle's nest, and whenever the eagle laid an egg, it climbed up and rolled it out of the nest and broke it. At last the eagle got so worried over the loss of her eggs that she went to Jupiter, who was the special protector of eagles, and begged him to give her a safe place to nest in. So he let her lay her eggs on his lap, but the beetle noticed this and made a ball of dirt the size of an eagle's egg, and flew up and deposited it in Jupiter's lap. When Jupiter saw the dirt, he stood up to shake it out of his robe, and forgetting about the eggs, he shook them out too, and they were broken just as before. Ever since then, they say eagles never lay their eggs at the season when beetles are about. The weak will sometimes find ways to avenge an insult, even upon the strong.